Hello, 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 and welcome once again to a Prog Reborn. Excuse me. My name is M. Kosler, and this is my progression style playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. If you don't know what it means to have a progression style playthrough, you can always type in !intro into the chat. That'll give you a link to the introductory video. Oh, excuse me. A link to the introductory video where it explains what a progression style playthrough is. If you'd like to know when I go live for these things, you can always subscribe to the channel. Best and easiest way to get that info. Or join the community Discord. !Discord gets you that link. While I'm looking at this, let's make this move here. So that I don't forget. Looks good. Finally, this is not a reaction style playthrough. This is not my first time playing through the majority of this content. So if you are worried about any sort of spoilers between now, patch 2.2, and current, which only for the remainder of this month would be patch 6.58, or if you're worried about any sort of publicly available Dawn Trail spoilers, especially if you're worried about anything related to the launch trailer or anything that came out of Friday morning for my time live letter. And this is your opportunity to make yourself scarce, because I may or may not give additional warnings whenever I bring up some of that stuff. We took a day off. I ended up waking up pretty early to watch that live letter, so I saw the launch trailer. People consider it spoilers. I don't think anything that has come out of either the Endwalker launch trailer or the Dawn Trail launch trailer are as spoilery as the Shadowbringers launch trailer. But they do show some scenes. Excuse me. Even though I said, and I can't get this phlegm out of my throat. 1 second. Sorry about that. Even though I said that I would avoid, or I would give you the only warning, this is so close to Dawn Trail launch that, you know, if you are really worried about any sort of Dawn Trail what you consider Dawn Trail spoilers, I'm going to bring up my thoughts on the launch trailer. Not going to show the launch trailer, but I'm going to bring up my thoughts on it. They did show off a few cutscenes related to Solution 9 and the City of Gold and things along that half of the gameplay. I assume that half. I assume that is later later in the expansion. But we obviously do not know, because we obviously haven't played it yet. It seems to be some indication that Solution 9 represented some kind of vault, very much like a Fallout vault, where we see a couple of Lalafels run in before the door closes. in a gold-tinged flashback. So my assumption there is that that is an echo flashback after we find the entrance to that vault. The thing that confuses me is, or I shouldn't say confuses me. What it does is it makes me think that I was correct. I did a stream probably a month ago at this point, where I talked about sort of my thoughts on Solution 9, and I was worried that it would just be more ancient / Ascian things. It still might be related to the ancients / Ascians, but given what we saw, and you do have to take it with a grain of salt because they do try to misdirect you a bit in some of the trailers, in some of the launch trailers. Given what we saw, it makes me think that since we saw a pair of Lalafels running to enter that, unless the gate opened at some point later on and then closed, if that was the initial closing of it, then to me that feels like we are dealing with post-sundering Atheris, that's the name. I'm gonna say Hydaelyn, but it's Atheris. Post-sundering Atheris. Whether or not it is Maki or anything like that, I made some speculation that it could be Maki, mostly based off of the color scheme. Still up in the air, but I'm really thinking no. There was reference by what sounded like a Mamulja. Mamulja is the race. Galul Jaja is the current leader, the current Dawn servant. It sounded like a Mamulja talking about the City of Gold, saying that the people who lived there were like gods, never aging. That could mean that it is... I'm not going to say that could mean. We know that it's highly technological. How technological? What technological age? Whether it is Ascian tinged or helped with the Ascians, we don't know, but that's definitely something beyond the power of folks that we normally would deal with, besides the Ascians. Though that could be misdirection. They could definitely just be talking about their culture's teachings of what the City of Gold means, or who lived in the City of Gold, and it could be hyperbole about the culture that produced the City of Gold. We do know from the launch trailer that folks likely still live in Solution 9. given the scenes that we see about some sort of military force leaving Solution 9, plus the scenes that we saw related to showing off the first battle in the Archean, given that it was essentially a stadium, a packed stadium, where we're going to be battling. Definitely, I would say that the trailer left me with more questions than answers, which is excellent. It's what it's designed for a game so story heavy like Final Fantasy XIV. Having more questions than answers is good. I think we've stalled enough. I think what we're going to start with, as usual, we're going to start with our tribal quests. Let's do that. I did do one thing on the character, which I said I was going to do. I finally found the appropriate gear upgrades for the right side for my craftsman jobs, for my disciples of the hand. And ended up getting enough craftsmanship that I could just one of these transport ones. Ended up getting enough craftsmanship that I could make the plain long skirt. Back here. Okay. Come on. No. Enough for that. Heat up these grenades. One more lunch pot. I think we have 2 days left, including today. Yes, we do. Boom, boom. remember that I need to go to, where is it? I need to go to and unlock Lost City of Amdapor, because that's required from our Book of Skyfire here. Thought I had a ping out. Pre-Dawn Trail Glamour Contest. Other than that, from the live letter, other than the speculation coming from the launch trailer, there wasn't a ton of new information. So, real quick. There wasn't a ton of new information. They did show off a neat feature, though it's something that they kind of had to work around in one way, but not in another. They showed off the ability for if you do not want folks to be standing in front of quest givers while you are interacting with them, or even nearby them, then there's going to be an option in game to hide those folks. Which, if you think about it solely from the thought process of, oh, that makes it easier to click on the folks, then they already had a workaround for that. See if I can show that workaround off. So if I right, I've got this right here. Oh, right, I rebound X. If there's somebody in front, if there's like a bunch of people, like what will happen at the start of Dawn Trail, that are all over a quest giver and whatnot, and you have a hard time clicking on them, typically, if you haven't rebounded, to click through PCs, to click on the NPC, you can hold down X and it'll allow you to click on the NPC. This new feature will alleviate that, especially, which is nice for those that have rebound X. Obviously, I can look to see what I bound this new keybind to, or what I bound that old keybind to, if I haven't bound it, if I did rebind it, or bind it to something new if I hadn't rebound it. But you can also on PC, if you hit, for me, it's numpad 0 is kind of representative of like the X button on a controller, which kind of selects the NPC closest to you, closest in your vision. I think it's within your vision specifically. Yeah. You can do that as well. But what I've seen, especially from folks that have really high view counts on streams, is you get folks doing your show left and show right around every single quest NPC to be quote-unquote helpful to a streamer and just, you know, just trying to be helpful. And maybe they are. Maybe they're also wanting to show themselves off, show off their cool glam, try to insert themselves into the narrative of a streamer. Sometimes that can be fun. Watched, if any of y'all have watched Preach streams when he was doing it, you would see a chatter in the background all the time of typically far out of the way, but sometimes much more noticeable, dressed as a janitor doing the sweep emoji way in the back. But often you'll get folks that just like run up and be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna sweep this guy because I think this NPC's stupid." Or I'm gonna do show left and show right on this guy because I don't think the streamer will be able to find it, and if they don't find it within the next 5 seconds, then maybe they'll hate the game. That kind of stuff. And so having the ability to actually just delete those folks from the screen, essentially, without having to specifically call them out or specifically blacklist or mute those folks, so that they don't appear on the screen, is a huge boon, I think. Anyways, let's turn this in. We've got a couple more to do. As well, they showed off a bunch of new mounts in the live letter, and new accessories, new like umbrellas. They showed off a new item slot that you were gonna get, which is face glams, face coverings. For now, it's almost entirely for glasses. Spectacles, but I'm sure, you know, there's those masks that you can get, especially early on, and I'm sure they can find all sorts of different things to put as face coverings. Other than that, a lot of really what we already knew. Okay, there'll be new crafting and gathering recipes and points. There'll be new big fish. There'll be new... Here's some information about... Here's like a very non-spoilery blurb about the characters and the key art. That and the other. Second, I gotta go find where We unlock Lost City. It's in Gridania. It's Isumi. Okay. Been a while since we talked with Isumi. Conjurer's Guild. Brother Isumi would like a word on behalf of a most illustrious client. It is well you are here, Em. Ancient darkness has risen in these woods. Ye shall need all your arts to counter it. I speak to you in the name of the 3 Seed Seers. The eldest, Kana Senna, you already know as guardian of our fair land. 2 siblings has she. I do know the other 2. Is the youngest of this pair, Arun Senna, hears the voice of the elementals with greatest clarity. What he has heard lately is troubling indeed. These dark stirrings we have traced to the lost city of Amdapor in South Shroud. The city once throve in the fullness of magic during the 5th Astral Era, but it was sealed in the wake of its demise. Alas, the 12's wood has been out of balance since the calamity. So riotous has its aspect become that the seal was severely weakened. When this happened, the forest surrounding the city began to wither and die. But enjoin you to investigate the cause. Now I must confess that this is a task for the Twin Adder, normally. You are the heir to Master Ottawa's legacy, and the Seed Seers were unanimous in the belief that no one is better suited to the undertaking. Will you not assist? This has to be the heir to Ottawa's legacy. This has to be because we have completed the White Mage quest. It is well that you assent, for the need is great. Now go to Seed Seer Raya O. Senna at Camp Tranquil and listen well to what she says of her brother's divination. Wonder what it says if we hadn't done White Mage. And I wonder if it's different if we had not completed White Mage. Ah, a White Mage after my own heart. Come to help to get to the bottom of this noisome business. Brother Isumi hasn't told you much, has he? Discretion is the better part of his valor. Well, aside from Amdapor Keep, the city is all that remains of an advanced magical civilization from the 5th Astral Era. No record survive of how the city met its end, but the elementals tell us all was undone by what the Great One calls an unclean presence. I fear one of my brother's senses is this very thing, its satedness drained away after so many centuries, if it hungers for another city to slake its thirst on. I'll take it from here, sister. Manners, Arun. We've spoken of this. Em, you've met my younger brother, Arun Senna. You'll have to excuse him, firstborn lout that he is at times. My apologies for the urgent summons, Em. The darkness that stirs in Amdapor behind the barrier waits not on our convenience. Something is kindled there, and daily it grows. How distrait the elements are. I've not seen the like of it. They show me what feels like awakening and nightmares. I fear this calls for a more prosaic sensing, That of my rare gift. Some disaster slouches toward us. Might you discover the source of these dark visions and nip it in the bud? You're our best hope, Im. Surely you will find the journey to Amdapor. You'll find the will to journey to Amdapor. You shall find a wood whaler by the name of Alphine keeping vigil at the barrier. And don't worry about returning here to tell us of your findings. The elementals will doubtlessly keep us appraised. But enough talk. Good luck, Em. Alrighty. I will switch to a scholar. See what the queue time is going to be like. But I imagine an optional dungeon like this on Dynamis be difficult. Here. The Seed Seers have sent word of your coming. You're bold indeed to willingly glimpse into the darkness. The lost city festers more and more by the day, and they say you're to lance the boil, eh? Beyond this gate lies a land out of balance, its earth aspect snapped by the calamity. Best be prepared before proceeding further. Wrought and wrong, that's what you'll see. Creatures run mad, tormented by hooked burrs that clutch and burrow. Well, good luck with that. No doubt you'll prevail, being favored of the Seed Seers and all. Fight well. City of Amdapor now accessible. Alright, let's take a couple different looks. So, if I queue as a DPS, 16 minutes, not the worst in the world. If I queue as a healer, 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, we'll do the healer. While we wait, is there any level 50? 40. Head back to East Shroud. Start hunting for our map over here. Map is available now. Even though it says less than 5, I don't know if it is how... What's the word I'm looking for? Specific... Granular is the word I'm looking for. These times are. Is it really, it took less than 5 minutes for the last Lost City of Amdapor specific queue to pop? Or is it less than 5 minutes for the last dungeon to pop as a healer? Well, let me surprised. Glad I did not have to worry about swapping over. I love this music. One of my favorites in ARR. Owned. I knew that one of them was a mimic. I couldn't remember which one, though. Staying there. Standing there. Go. Rum, bum, bum. It's this way. Forget what the trick is here. Maybe it's velocity hard and that there's a trick. Bum 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 bum. doing whatever. Oh, damn. Found the one that we needed, but not quick enough. I don't think he's gonna make it. Seems like we need to open doors until we find that black hole. First zone in, while traveling through them, you can see all the symbols. Sure. Think it was a little early. Here we go. It was fun. Sure. I'm an idiot. I needed to do that as a warrior. It's fine. We did it, but we're gonna have to do it again. I completely forgot about the requirement of needing to be using my my relic weapon. That's toad skin. Pasty skin for the map. One of the annoying things about the books here is, even though I have plenty of poetics, and we did earn an extra 50 from clearing that for as a first time, on top of however many we got just from clearing the bosses. We can't pick up another book until we've completed the first one. So we are in a holding pattern as I wait for this queue to repop. There we go. Wait, let's head to Mordona. see. Is there anything else that I can do while we are waiting on my list? Look. Cleared out City of Amdapor. So I can go unlock sightseeing, and I don't think there's anything to unlock big fishing. I think that's just big fishing. Though there is an unlock for glamours. I think that's what this one is. Yes, let's do that. Oh, or never mind. Let's do this. Hey, Phelan. How's it going? Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. You missed me going into this as part of my 2.2 clear. Trying to do them both at the same time, but I accidentally queued as healer, completely forgetting that I needed to do this as warrior in order for it to get off of the relic weapon book. Let's just stop here. I had a little difficulty keeping the Dark Knight alive. They pulled a ton. Sightseeing log. I have in my list. I have to look at my list. I'll do it after I go through here. I believe I have to attempt to get all of the sightseeing done in this patch. That's fine by me. I only stream in 2-hour chunks. It took me 3-4 months to get through patch 2.1. This is not a race for me. Also plan on getting Go Big or Go Home 3 for patch 2.2, which I think is 80 big fish. They tried to run. They're gonna assume themselves. Healer saying they need a shower. Bum, bum, bum. I'll just pull these two. Harvest Dance. Not called Harvest Dance. What's the dance called? Ball Dance. Okay, yeah, we're gonna use this as a time to look. What do I have? I have complete the Out of Sight, Out of Mind achievement, which is 80 entries in the sightseeing log. And Go Big or Go Home 3 is 37 big fish. I got the numbers mixed up. The only thing that I would say that I might do differently for some of these things, like big fishing or sightseeing, ARR sightseeing specifically, is if like a spawn or a time. DPS gonna join us. A spawn or a time or something like that is not within my typical streaming hours. Now that I've got more typical streaming hours, then I might do those off stream, especially if they coincide with my normal working hours. Joining us. get him to dust me. The thing that I had was I went and looked when the achievement, when the achievement came out. And for me, from what I saw, that achievement came out for all of ARR the same time as unlocking sightseeing. And it's entirely up to you. On how you do it. SSL. Not aware. I don't know exactly what you mean when you say that. Sightseeing. Second. Oh, right. I know what you're talking about. I believe it's been so long since I did on my main. I believe that it is just the first 20 and then the rest of them get unlocked. Where did that guy go? There and there. Okay. This one and that one. That one and that one. So they're saying there. I don't remember where that one was. This one here? This one? That was it. Bump. Smacked in the face. Well, there is no just worrying the boss when you're level 50. And I think it's this one and this one. Y'all can move away from the big orb if you want. Hey, we got through book 1. Give it to the healer. Healer did a good job. Sure. Cool. Book 1 down. We're already here. Let's go ahead and do this. Self-improving man, such as Wiscard's personal charisma. Do you feel yourself positively compelled to speak with him? Let me tell you about Wiscard. Who is he? The first of a new breed, a category-defining adventurer trader. Think daring do and can do, cross-pollinating like giant bees. Trading adventurer he is. Now allow me to segue into the first person so we can get down to business. And that business is you. And you, brother adventurer, are not looking so good. In fact, it hurts the entire adventurer brand to have you walking about looking the way that you do. Oh, your equipment may be of good quality, but people expect flash, romance. Sure, you might provide results, but check the trends, man. That doesn't sell. Now, I can help you. In fact, I'm probably the only person who can. For just a small service rendered, I can show you how to perform better, and even more importantly, look better. So does that sound like a path you might want to take? Of course it does. You're a keen sort of fellow. You can start by taking this leather bag to Rowena. Make sure to tell her it's from Wiscard. With much fondness. So they added a similar quest to this in... It's not called the Waking Sands. What's the name of the town where the Waking Sands is? Not Horizon. Vesper Bay. In Vesper Bay. For Glams, because Glams used to be at level 50 and then they pushed it back to 15. I guess just by popular demand. But they left this one here. So I think you can do both, or it could be something where if you did the die quest here, you have to do the glam quest here. There's something like that. Something from an old Wiscard. He winked at you. Gods, this should be rich. Well, let's have it then. A gift for Rowena. It might not look like much, but it's the thought that counts. Or so Wiscard would have hoped. Sorry. A leather bag. I was right, this is rich. That stinking sack of Gobu shite. You know what he sent? It's what he owes me for all last moon. Wheels and wines all the long day, and when it comes to actually getting something out of him, it's like pulling out Curl's teeth. You tell him I got a cure for what ails him. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, they say. Well, I'll do him the favor of seeing him sooner, all right. Tell him this month's payment is due a week early. And a bit of advice for you, messenger boy. Won't you be taken in by his peacocking? All his finery is just so much flim-flam. Pace himself over with glamours like he's rolling a turd in them raids. No, don't say a word. That was amazing. Wiscard saw it all, heard it all. Ah, the unbridled hostility. Now there's a woman who understands how to stimulate latent potential. She lashes me with contempt while grinding a boot heel into my impudence. Mistress most cruel. The Haloni of my fever dreams. I think Wiscard kinda likes it. But enough about me, let's talk about you. Are you ready to perform better and look better? Prepared to meet the new you, not tomorrow, but today? With a glamour prism, you can project the likeness of one object onto another. A little practical magic, and the world sees you as you should be seen, in a better light. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wouldn't people respect you for who you are? Or wouldn't they anyway, once they knew you? And I say good luck. Who's going to want to take the time unless you give them a reason to? But don't take my word for it. Now that you have a glamour prism of your own, see for yourself. The best minds in the arcane arts agree. 99 out of 100 prefer glamour. Cool. Glamour's now available. Mostly, and I'll obviously use it for actual glamming, but mostly this allows me to clean up some of my inventory a bit. It's you who's got the change. Wait, I forget what now that it's done, do I have to do anything with it? Yeah, the hunt's 2.3. Task when upgrading. Must be equipped with a ammo weapon upon completing all 9 books. It just says upon completing. Cool. Sure. New book. Skyfire 2. Right. Dungeons, Brayflocks, Wanderers, and Copperbell Hard. Copperbell Hard, just double checking. Copperbell Hard. No, Copperbell was from 2. Papa Bell was from 2.1. Okay, cool. I doubt they would make something stupid like that, but I'm just double checking that it's not going to try to force me to do a dungeon that I can't do. Highly doubtful they would do it, but I like to cross my I's and dot my T's. Let's see here. Anything in here? Leaves. One over here. Okay, so let's start queuing up. Gray Phlox, Wanderer, and Copper Bell Hard. Then let's check the fates first. Eastern Lenosha, Vanland, and North Shroud. Eastern Lenosha, breaching South Tide Gate. Hey, it's up. Cool. Heroes of the Second in Southern Thanland. Imagine that would be where the Amalja are. Hey, that one's up too. Get pulled into a dungeon while I'm doing this. Here. Wait, here. Here. There we go. Wait, now it's not hitting this one. And the last one, North Shroud. Air supply. I know what that one is. It's the fun of the Dynamis data center. I try not to do dungeons on DPS. It really depends. Trying to think of the last time that I did a dungeon queue on a DPS. Probably like 20 minutes. It's been a very long time. Typically, if I need to do any sort of queue, and I'm not like trying to double dip on things, then I'll head to Aether. Whenever I do the extremes, the party finder, extra time in the gold saucer. Yep, definitely. Let's stop here. They did in the last maintenance add a bunch of new worlds to Dynamis, so they must think that they're going to need the overflow. I'm not familiar with what they did with EU. Sure. Well, I mean, I think when they created Dynamis, they obviously already were in, I shouldn't say obviously, because I don't know, but I imagine they were already in talks with Microsoft about adding 14 to Xbox. And historically, Xbox has been a North American console. So I could see the idea of adding Dynamis as even something that you could create characters on there to alleviate a potential influx of Xbox players. There have been some Xbox players that have joined. I don't know how many. Yeah, new X-Pack, but also, if it was only new X-Pack, then I think they would have. Well, I shouldn't speak for. Shouldn't speak about things I don't know. I was gonna say if it was only for X-Pack, then why wouldn't they add more worlds to Japan and EU? But maybe they did, and I just don't remember. Damn it, he turned around. Should be able to sneak by this guy at least. It will definitely go into hiatus during Dawn Trail. I'm going to be streaming my playthrough. Somebody pick up a lantern oil. Yeah, I'll definitely go into hiatus for Dawn Trail. And I'll be streaming my playthrough of MSQ on my main. On here, it won't be under the Prog Reborn header. But it will be on this channel. And then it'll really just depend on whether I want to do other things related to the main, or not the main, related to Dawn Trail on stream, or whether I'm interested in doing the extremes or something, you know, immediately on stream, stuff like that. I might also be playing Elden Ring. Let's see. Oh, they're killing themselves because I turned on Vengeance. That's funny. We might be able to get through air supply quick enough. So I know this is a long fate. Yeah, I know. I've done this fate before. Definitely feels like not enough time. Come on. Oh, that's annoying. Anyways. We had Wanderer's Palace. BQ for Copperbell and Brave Fox. Well, hold on. We've only got a few minutes left before we're done with the stream, so I'll do my usual. We already picked up our treasure map. cipher. Lion. Or Lenosha. It's this right here. Means it's probably Limsa. Closest. Right here-ish. Just the leveling, also the hunting log. Plus not being able to use MSQ for much. Thing interesting. Belladine silver. That big of a deal. Hardened sap. Frosted glass lens. Is okay. I think I did the star chandelier last time. Difficult this Tonberry floor lamp is. Tallow candles. The illumination module, yeah. Cool, cool. Clear out the inventory and then we'll call it a day. Were any of these high quality? Need to make sure to lower them. Perfect. Cool deal. That's gonna do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, Sinful. Anyone else who was lurking for watching. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the way out, that'd be greatly appreciative. If you'd like to know the next time that I go live for these things, you can always subscribe to the channel. Best and easiest way to know when I go live. Or you can join the community Discord, !Discord. You can find that link plus a number of other links in the video description below. Yeah, so we completed Skyfire Book 1. Started on Skyfire Book 2. Did our dailies for the tribes. We only do one more day before we're on to whatever the next one is, Friendly. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of streams like this for the foreseeable future. Might sprinkle in big fishing and sightseeing here and there. Might sprinkle in some Hildebrand. Some of the other stuff that we're gonna need to do. I imagine the books at some point will have me hit up the other 2 dungeons, so I'm not going to explicitly do those. So I will need to at some point do the extremes explicitly. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time I see you.